Okay, my people, let's talk about some African stuff. I see you, I greet you, I salute you, man, I respect you. Thank you very much for coming back. I appreciate you very much. Statistics say that a lot of you guys will come back, and I appreciate you. I salute you. Let me greet you. Sanbonani, South Africans. Dumela, Tobela, Lekai. Thank you very much. Shikamo to all my Tanzanian friends. VP, all my Kenyan friends. Amakuru. Jebalekoba Sebona Banyabo. Ulibulunji. Gilibulunji nyo. I salute you all from Ghana, Malawi, the Caribbean. I see you. I see you from Barbados, Bahamas, Dominica, Grenada, Haiti, Jamaica, St. Lucie, St. Kitty. I see you, Trinidad, Tobago. Thank you so much. Okay, now, today we're going to talk about something very interesting. This man right here, Bassirou Diomaye Faye, is the president of this country right here, Senegal. Very interesting guy. Well, this guy is the most interesting president in the world. How? He's very lucky. He's got 2 wives. This guy's got officially 2 wives. No. I'm not talking about, that story that you go and cheat on your wives. No, not that. He's officially married to 2 wives. So when he show up in public, he shows up with his 2 wives. How? Because it's part of his culture. Okay, in their culture, it's absolutely normal. There's no jealousy because they grew up that way. It's very easy to adopt a tendency when you were born within it. Okay, the reason why you're Christian today, trust me, one of the reasons is because you were born into a Christian family. I know some of you converted, but a lot of you is because you're born into a Christian family. And same for Muslims, same for Hinduists. And right now when they ask you to turn into Hinduist or Taoist, you'll be like, I'll never do that. But the same for them. So I think it's very easy for people to do this. Anyway, get back on track. So this president has gone to Rwanda to have a discussion that's very interesting. What the discussion about? He wants to copy something very interesting that Rwanda does. You see, that's what I'm talking about. Africans should be learning from other Africans. We should be copying each other on good things, but the good things should be provided. What is the goal? Well, the president went on the 18th of October in Rwanda to visit Irembo. Irembo is this company. It's a major company with a big headquarters. Okay. Now they want to understand how Rwanda digitized its 150 public services. Rwanda's public services are digitized. We're talking about tax payments, permit application, and many other things. So Rwanda's got many services to offer, but you can do it through an app. Isn't that beautiful? So you don't have to see all these people. Sometimes in Africa, in many places, when you go to a government office looking for documentation or your ID or something, they will hit you with the system is down. Okay. And the system is always down. It's crazy. The system is down. Why? Because they want to go eat some bananas around the corner. They say the system is down. Because they want to have a little talk between themselves. The system is down. And you dare ask them to provide you with the service. You dare say to them, we've been here for 30 minutes, you're not doing anything. My brother, your service is canceled for the day. And if you're lucky, they're going to ask you to come tomorrow. If not, maybe a week, they will just trying to prove you a point. They'll tell you, we're going to show you. Don't teach us how to do our job. That's Africa for you. Unfortunately, in Africa, well, it's maybe different for you if you're African American. They hear you with the accent, they give you special service. But Africans, when you go to a public service, public office or something like that, or even when you go buy a ticket at a company, I know today you can do it online. Usually you used to go to airline companies to buy a ticket and the person will ask you, when do you want to come? Like on the 23rd, but I'm asking you when you want. Yeah, they speak to you very sideways. And if you try to be funny, you're not going to go. Yeah, it's crazy. Anyway, so what's going to happen? Now, this service in Rwanda provides you many services. You can actually apply for a national ID online using an app. You don't have to see anybody. You can apply for replacement for it. You can get a refugee status. Okay. For people that like being refugees, you can get your refugee status online very quickly within 24 hours. You can apply for your driver's license. You can get a vehicle registration transfer. If you're selling it to somebody else, you can pay your traffic fine. You can even check your life insurance, for hospitals very easily. You can update your life insurance. You can get land title transfer for your house. So if you're selling your house, you want documents, You can do it online. You can get land registration. You can have a building permit. If you want to build a house, you can just apply online. So you can do many, many things through this app. It's crazy. You can get registration for your church if you want to be a pastor. I know a lot of Africans want to be pastors. All of a sudden, you just wake up. They say God spoke to them at night. You want to be pastor. You can get that. No, you can't do that on Rwanda, though. They stopped that. Rwanda closed about 5,000 different churches. They say, why do you Christians of nowadays have many churches? Why don't you come together and pray to the same God? They shut them down. People criticize the president, but it's done. So basically, it's a digital government platform where you can get a tremendous effect, tremendous benefit and efficiency and accessibility and transparency. Now, Senegal want to do the same thing for them people. They don't want you to go walk into offices and having discussion with people to avoid many problems. Now, the system looks good. Senegal president went to Rwanda to see the system, to see the office, how it works, so he can implement it in his country. Now, as much as it sounds good, everything has a positive and negative. Let's see what are the positives. The positive is that the service is available 24 hours, 7 days a week. So at the comfort of your bed, you can apply for your driver's license, so you can renew your passport and you can get it delivered at your house the very next day. It's beautiful. The other positive thing is that it's transparency. There's transparency and accountability. You know, you don't have to pay middlemen anymore, because nowadays in many African countries, for you to get your birth certificate, you apply for it, but they won't give it to you until you give a bribe. I mean, I know there is a place here in Africa, which I'm not going to name, because if I name, I might just get arrested. If you're crossing the border, normally those two countries don't need visas with each other. But if you present your passport with no money inside, you're not getting a visa. So the guys at the immigration right there have created their own law. The official law is visa-free. But the guys at the immigration guys, when you give them a passport for you to get a stamp, they will return you the passport unless you give money. If you don't give money, you're not passing. That's Africa for you. Now, having systems like this erase these type of problems. Corruption. Because that's one of the biggest diseases in Africa. Corruption. Now, the negative, obviously, there must be negative. The negative side is like you have a privacy concern because it's a centralized data collection, which raises question about how personal data is stored. Where is the data? Who's storing it? How is it used? Who is it shared with? Okay. Number two, in case of a breach, security threat, cybersecurity. What if somebody gets access to your documentation, your personal data, your health record? Number three, there's lack of accountability. Okay, lack of accountability because in case they refuse you something, let's say a decision is made about something, it's an automated decision. How do you appeal? Okay, it becomes very difficult. Citizens may not know how to contact when the issue arises, especially if human support is limited, because that's how we see. With AI makes decisions. How do you claim back? You've been applying for a house and AI said no. But you have justification for the situation. Number three, over-reliance on technology. When you start relying on technology, how do? You need to have a redundancy, but physical, manual way. Those are the things. Now, that sounds good because, let's be honest, Rwanda is a very interesting country. In 1994, they went through mayhem. It was bad. Gino happened over there. Many people were unalive. Very sad situation. It was bad. We all heard about it. But they've bounced back. The country is moving forward. They have some issues with the DRC, but the country is progressing. There are many things to learn in this situation. We know Rwanda is one of the most serious countries in Africa. Okay, one of the most serious countries when it comes to administration. You can go to that country and within, I believe, hours, you can open a business. No problems, no difficulty. It's a very clean country. I believe Kigali still is the cleanest city in Africa. Okay, some people, detractors will criticize saying, well, only Kigali is clean, other places are not clean. But, you can never win with everybody. That's what it is. Rwanda is very interesting, great culture. They love cows. Look at these cows, okay, with big horns. It's cultural. For them, it symbolizes wealth and success. The cow is not just for eating, okay? It's not just for, when you see cow, you see meat. They don't necessarily see meat like that. Cow is more symbolic than anything else. and they drink a lot of milk. I believe one of the cultural preferences is drinking milk. They drink a lot of cow's milk, and that milk, they don't put sugar inside. So don't go over there trying to sip and asking for sugar. They're going to look at you funny. So it's a very interesting place. They also have some very beautiful ladies. Oh, look at that. And that. And that. And that. And that's, but yeah, if you want to go visit Rwanda, but be smart. These girls are not stupid. Anyway, we are going to Kenya. Kenya is a beautiful place, lovely people. No, we're still in Senegal, actually. Sorry. So, So Senegal has agreed with Kenya on something very, very important. What is it? Visa-free. Congratulations. So now people from Senegal can travel to Kenya visa-free for 90 days at a time. Same for Kenyan people. Isn't this beautiful?
We recognize the foundations that already exist between our two nations and are pleased to announce the conclusion of a new visa waiver arrangement that will allow citizens of both countries visa-free travel for up to 90 days.
Two countries that respect themselves, opening the door to each other. Kenyans can go to Dakar, Senegalese can go to Nairobi and have a party. Amazing, isn't it? That's how you bring people together.
Senegal is willing to work together with Kenya for better taking into account Africa's priorities at national, continental and international levels.
Well, the good thing is Kenyans are not going to Senegal to do any mayhem, nor will Senegalese go to Kenya to start a drag ring or prostitution hub or stuff like that. I know stereotypes are real, but these are realities of many African countries. This is beautiful. Okay, so citizens can now travel to each country for 90 days. That's great. I firmly believe we need to be able to visit one another because it opens up your mind. It helps you see your brother in a different light. The reason why we don't like each other very much, Africans, is because you know more about Muzungu than you know from other Africans. You see Muzungu on TV every single day. You see them playing movies on Netflix, but you don't see nothing about the neighboring. So you don't like them. You hate them because you don't know them. What are the countries that are visa-free into Senegal? We have Benin. They can go to Senegal visa-free. We have Burkina Faso, Cape Verde. We have Central Africa Republic. They can travel to Senegal so far visa-free. Chadians can go to Senegal visa-free. Democratic Republic of Congo, Djibouti, Gambia, Ghana, Guinea-Bissau, Ivory Coast. Kenyans, congratulations, welcome to the club. Liberian people can go to Senegal visa-free. Mali, Mauritania, Morocco, Niger, Nigeria, Sierra Leone, and Togo. And I think it's very, very interesting. Senegal is a beautiful place. It's a lovely country, great culture. They do a lot of wrestling over there. I've spoken about this before. It's amazing. And these wrestlers actually earn a lot of money. I believe some of them make about $100,000 to $200,000 a man fight. Those are the big guys, the big boys. That's a lot of money. That's a lot of money, my brother. Okay. So they are strong people. They also have great cuisine. There was a person here commenting saying that I'm very stereotypical. All I talk about Senegal is to talk about food. My brother, me, I like food. What do you want me to talk about? Me, I like food. You want me to talk about what? Huh? We're moving to Malawi. Here's Malawi. Malawi is an interesting place where something interesting has happened in Malawi. 4 Malawi police officers allegedly conspired with 2 Indians to rob another Indian man. They've been arrested. Police officers conspired with 2 Indian people, okay, to go and steal money from another Indian man, have been arrested. This is crazy. Africans have many problems. Black people in general, many problems. Okay. But I hope people from the Caribbean can get visa free to Africa because we need you. We want to see you. We want to spend time with you. And Americans. 4 people have been arrested. Policemen. How? Well, the 2 Indian men lured another Indian man saying, we have business for you. Come, let's deal business. Bring money. The man's name is Yasin Patel. He brought cash. About $85,000. How much is $85,000 in rand? How much is $85,000 in Kenyan shillings? $85,000 in cash. Patel was lured to a location called Gelato by 2 Indians, Numan Khan and Farhan Khan, who had set up a fake business deal. And the police officers showed up. When the police officers showed up, they were acting like they were doing a routine control. And they found the money with the guy. And they said, okay, we are arresting you with the money. Patel acted like he was scared. They took the money from him because the money was in a box. and they disappear with the money. 3 police officers have been arrested, and the 2 Indians and 1 police officer has run away. They say he's running away to South Africa where he's got a outside girlfriend. That's where he's going. My man, policemen, 4 policemen involved in such things. You know, police officer job is a sacred job. You shouldn't give it to just anybody because they're looking for a job. You don't make somebody a policeman because they're looking for a job. I don't think so. Let them starve if they don't qualify morally, intellectually. Let them starve. Let them starve. I mean, there are many questions that's being raised. How can you also, as an Indian man in an African country, carry $85,000? Like, $85,000? Wow. How do you have $85,000 in cash? I'm just asking. Like, how? And as a foreigner, you know what I'm saying? These people come into countries and doing fake stuff. It's insane. Some people say Mr. Patel is involved in charity work. He does a lot of philanthropic work. But the question is, well, philanthropy can hide a lot of things. You know, people hide a lot of things through philanthropy. Bill Gates does philanthropy, capitalistic philanthropy. It's not necessarily philanthropy. You know, you can clean money through philanthropy. So I think as much as I believe the police officer should be taken out of the force forever, yes, I believe they shouldn't give them another chance. I firmly believe certain things when you do one time, that's it. That's more than enough. They should cut you out the system. A police officer should not be arrested for stealing, for raping, for beating somebody. They should not give him another chance. No. They shouldn't. It's like a helicopter pilot or airplane pilot being drunk at a flight. They shouldn't give him a license ever again. If somebody grabbed, they should shoot him. I believe that. I think you should clean the world. There's too many people to be catering for and begging. I mean, something similar to this happened very much in a country I'm not going to name. It's somewhere in East Africa. What basically happens is some people will lie to people saying we've got gold for sale. And these foreigners will come and buy gold in this country. Okay? They will show you real gold first. It's a sample. Then you go bring more money for more gold. Now, by the time you bring more money in cash for more gold, they will take you to a place and the police officers will come and show up. Boom, like an operation. We've found you doing illegal stuff. And they take and the gold and your money. So it's not uncommon. But it's sad because it's an African reality. Let me know how you feel about this, fellas. Drop a comment. You know what it is. We need to push this channel further. We need you to participate to that. We need to hear from you. God bless.